Located in the vibrant city of Berkeley, California, UC Berkeley is home to one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. Known for its rigorous academic standards, world-renowned faculty, and a strong sense of community, it's no wonder Berkeley claims its place as one of the world's best universities. If you're hoping to join notable alumni such as Aaron Rodgers, Steve Wozniak, and Chris Pine, stay tuned as we cover exactly how to get into UC Berkeley. Nadine here with Quad Education, helping students get into their dream college. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our college admissions editions. To start with, let's take a look at UC Berkeley's class profile information to understand who Berkeley has admitted in the past. In the most recent application cycle, over 110,000 students applied to UC Berkeley, a record high for the institution. Around 14,000 students were admitted, making for an admit rate of about 11%. When it comes to the academic profile of the class, the average unweighted GPA ranged from 3.86 to 4.0, while the weighted GPA ranged from 4.27 to 4.62. The average ACT score was between 29 and 35, whereas the average SAT scores were between 1330 and 1530. Around 74% of the class come from public schools, 5% of the class are from rural areas, and 26% of the class are first-generation college students. Students came from 53 of the 58 counties in California, 54 states and territories, and 102 countries worldwide. Interestingly, there are also now students from a total of 28 countries that had no representation last year. Now that we know about the backgrounds of accepted students, let's take a look at what you need to apply. Applying to UC Berkeley begins by filling out the UC application, which you can start as early as the start of August. The application must be submitted by the end of November deadline. You can apply to as many of the 10 University of California campuses as you like through this application. In the academic history section, you'll have to enter the courses and grades from all the schools you attended while in high school. When filling out this section, you'll want to have your transcripts or unofficial academic records close by, but keep in mind that you won't actually submit your transcripts at this point. You'll do that only if you're admitted. For the test score sections, you do have the option of submitting your scores, but keep in mind that although UC Berkeley required SAT or ACT scores in the past, they have recently rescinded this requirement and no longer consider them when making admissions decisions or awarding scholarships. Why submit scores at all? Well, Berkeley states that after you enroll, the scores will serve as another method of fulfilling the minimum eligibility requirements for course placement. If you took AP or IB exams or any international exams, you'll need to report your scores on a separate page within the test score section of the application. Like any other undergraduate application, the University of California will require you to discuss your extracurricular activities and any achievements you have made outside of the classroom. Quality is better than quantity in this section of the application, so be sure to discuss activities and awards that you feel the most passionately about. UC Berkeley has categorized all activities as either an award or honor, an educational preparation program, other coursework, volunteering or community service, or work experience. In the scholarships and programs section of the application, you'll be asked to select any scholarships categories that apply to you. There are no restrictions to the number of scholarships that you can select. In the personal insight questions section of the application, you'll have to answer 4 out of the 8 personal insights questions provided. Now, another important item to note is the proof of residency or citizenship requirement. Nearly 90% of all undergraduates at UC Berkeley are California residents, and they're part of a vibrant, diverse group that make up the California population. If you're a resident of California, you'll need to provide proof of residency for tuition purposes. You'll have to fulfill 4 main requirements as a California resident: physical presence, intent to remain in California, financial independence, and immigration. To make sure you qualify, the UC has created a webpage about understanding the California residency requirements, so make sure you check there for further clarification. Let's move right along to what UC Berkeley is looking for. Each school in the UC system applies selection factors differently, but selection factors common to both UC Berkeley and UCLA include academic record of achievement, personal qualities, including leadership, motivation, initiative, and maturity, achievement and dedication in extracurriculars, achievement in academic enrichment programs, and likely contributions to the intellectual and cultural vitality of the campus. Now that we know what UC Berkeley looks for in its candidates, how can you stand out during the application process? Well, one of the best ways to stand out is to dedicate significant time to perfecting your essay responses and extracurricular activity entries. Given that UC Berkeley does not require letters of recommendation, these sections of the application are essential for helping admissions committees learn about your background, experiences, and interests, along with your suitability for their program. For the personal response section, you'll have to answer 4 out of 8 short essays in no more than 350 words each. All questions are weighted equally, so it doesn't matter which questions you choose to answer, and there are no right or wrong answers to these questions. It's all about getting to know your background, interests, and your unique voice. So how can you choose which essays to answer? Here are a few tips. Start by jotting down responses for each of the 8 questions. By doing this, you'll be able to see which questions you can answer best, helping you narrow down the options from 8 to 4. Next, present your information and ideas in a focused, thoughtful manner. Making a list of accomplishments, activities, awards, or work will lessen the impact of your words. So you want to be sure to use specific, concrete examples to support the points you want to make and focus your examples on the present and near past. And finally, use your own voice. Your answer should reflect your ideas and be written by you and you alone. Use I and my statements in your responses. After all, admissions committees are interested in learning more about you. So be sure to share your personal triumphs or challenges, leadership opportunities, and experiences outside of the classroom. Thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for all the latest and greatest on the college application process. Cheers to your success.